Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most exciting and nerve-wracking moments in football, penalty shootouts. As fans, we all know how crucial they can be, especially in big matches like the Premier League. So in this video, we're going to answer the question that every football fan wants to know: which Premier League club is the best at penalty shootouts? Let's find out. First up, we have Chelsea, who have the most experience in penalty shootouts, having taken part in 33 of them. However, things have not gone smoothly for them recently, with losses to Liverpool on penalties in both the Carabao Cup and FA Cup finals last season. But they did win the European Super Cup on penalties against Villarreal at the beginning of last season. Next up, we have Brentford, the second most experienced club in shootouts, having been subjected to 28 of them. They have the honor of being the current Premier League team who first kept a clean sheet in a shootout, which they did in a Leyland DAF Cup game against Wrexham back in February 1991. On the other hand, Aston Villa has only taken part in 9 penalty shootouts, making them the least experienced Premier League team. But they had a memorable shootout in 1994 against Inter Milan in the first round of the UEFA Cup. However, Bergkamp failed to score his penalty for Inter in that shootout, something he was unable to do with his non-shootout effort for Arsenal against Manchester United back in an FA Cup semi-final replay nearly 5 years later. Looking at just the Premier League itself, any guesses on which club has received the most penalties in Premier League history? Let's look at the top 5. At number 5, Manchester City with 137 penalties. One thing's for sure, City knows how to take advantage of any opportunity in the box. Imagine a team so dominant in the Premier League that they've been awarded 137 penalties throughout their history. That team is none other than Manchester City, led by their star coach Pep Guardiola and a lineup filled with world-class players. And with 27 goals, club legend Sergio Aguero has been the go-to guy when it comes to spot kicks, but this season, Erling Haaland has stepped up to the plate. Arsenal is at number 4 with 157 penalties. Arsenal, a Premier League giant, has been awarded a total of 157 penalties in their history, placing them in the 4th position. Thierry Henry, the all-time great, holds the record for most penalties scored by an Arsenal player, with 23 goals. However, the Gunners fans will also remember the comical penalty incident between Henry and Robert Pires in 2005, where Pires completely missed the ball when attempting to roll it to Henry. At number 3, we have Chelsea, with 159 penalties. Since Hazard left, Jorginho has been Chelsea's go-to man from the penalty spot. The Italian also became the first player in Premier League history to score 10 penalties in a single calendar year. In terms of all-time records, Frank Lampard has scored the most penalties for Chelsea with 43. Manchester United with 169 penalties is in 2nd position. With 169 penalties awarded in Premier League history, the Red Devils are just behind Chelsea in terms of penalties won. Wayne Rooney has been the leading penalty scorer for United with an impressive tally of 23 goals. And finally, Liverpool sits on top of the list with the most number of penalties awarded in the English Premier League. They have been awarded 172 penalties. Liverpool's attacking prowess has been on full display over the last 3 decades, causing panic among their opposition defenders, who have often committed fouls in the box. As a result, the Reds have been awarded the highest number of penalties in the Premier League. Liverpool star forward Mohamed Salah has been their go-to penalty taker. However, he still has a long way to go to match the record of Liverpool legend Steven Gerrard, who scored 32 penalties in the Premier League. Did you know that the player who has scored the highest number of penalties in the Premier League didn't play for any of these clubs? Any guesses on which player has scored the highest number of penalties in the Premier League? The answer is Alan Shearer, with 56 penalties. He scored 56 of his 67 penalties, giving him a conversion rate of 83.6%. Now, let's talk about winning penalty shootouts. There's no doubt that winning is the ultimate goal, and the team that has the best record in this regard is Nottingham Forest, with an 83% win rate. They have won 10 of their 12 penalty shootouts, and none of them came during the Brian Clough era. On the other hand, Newcastle United has a pretty dismal 27% win rate, with 7 successive shootout defeats between 1979 and 2003. So, there you have it, folks. Those were some fascinating facts about penalty shootouts. Do you think your team is good at penalty shootouts? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting football news.